Hello folks, Vladimir here. I thought I'd do another video log, and this time it'd actually be on a world. This is my Chronotide test world, so we'll have a look around while I'm gossiping, or gassing, or however you'd like to say, talking drivel. That's probably the way to say it, isn't it? Anyway, been very pleased with the feedback I've been getting with Chronotide. It's been blooming great. I think there's about 10 playthrough series currently running, which is awesome. I think half of them are still continuing now. Some of them have finished. It's been brilliant. I love watching them all, and I do spend the time to watch them all and take in everything that happens. Obviously I do smile when you jump out of your skin. I get, that's my job done. This world here has everything in it that I've designed for Chronotide to make people jump, for the atmosphere, for everything. And this is the clock tower that started it all, really. Yes, it's quite nice to see it again. Feedback for Chronotide's been absolutely wonderful. I have really enjoyed it. It's been very constructive this time around. With the latest update of Chronotide, I've actually managed to place in suggestions from the players. Now, when I released Chronotide, obviously it was beta tested by some wonderful people, and from the suggestions from the beta testers, which are well, they're just a bunch of awesome bloody people. We've got Thungun, we've got RS Malik, I got Nurgle Bunny, I got Jigaz Mom. God, I hope I don't miss anybody here on the list. And they were just blooming amazing. I got Sean V. Martin and Apidame, and they were great people to actually beta test the map and give me wonderful feedback. And I suggest that if anybody is going to play a map, who's going to create a map and release it, definitely get a nice group of people. Those people are just awesome. They're very good. The feedback from them has been fantastic. Arnie's stuff was in the list. He couldn't play it, but the feedback he gave me was still wonderful, and his email that he sent me back, it's been superb, and I really do appreciate all of that, and it makes the map what it was. Since that initial release, yes, the clock still works. Look at it going around, isn't it wonderful? Since that release, of course, the players have got a hold of it, and they've made suggestions. I think there was suggestions about the sewer area being a bit bland. It's a bit samey, so I've broken up the monotony of the structures, of the architecture in that area. So there's a few landmarks that the players can actually guide themselves around with. Otherwise, I have noticed with a lot of the playthroughs that people are getting kind of lost in that area, so that should help them out. Of course, Thungun's put in a brand new counter, which funnily enough is here. This is the brand new counter that lives underneath the Chrono Crystal. This is Thungun's counter here, and this is the Chrono Crystal up at the top here. This is me just trying to see if it'll fit in perfectly, and it does. I believe Thungun's going to be releasing a video, a tutorial on that counter. I hope he does. He'll be able to explain it a lot better than I can. It'll be great. So it's been very positive. I've really enjoyed all of the feedback so far. I think the map has had somewhere around 500 downloads, which I'm very pleased with. That's been great. Let's have a look around this world. This is, of course, the clock tower that started it all off for me. This was the timed event. It looks like it might be off a little bit. It should get to 12 when they... Oh God, look at that! The timing's almost perfect. 12 midday, because the sun's above us. Did have an idea for another adventure map. Was going to be a CTM. Found out, unfortunately, that has actually been done. So my idea is not going to be original at all. Yes, down here we have various devices. Look at these various devices for scaring the heck, proximity devices, clocks. Oh, designs for clocks here. Yes, I build an entire world. Each map that I make, I build a new world and start building new things in it. For instance, this is the graveyard. This is its initial version, its initial iteration, shall we say, of the graveyard before it got put inside Chronotide. So it's built outside. And the reason for that as well is it's blooming dark in the nether if you're building in the nether. My eyes weren't adjusting correctly, so I thought I'd bring it here. It's like being on the beach. I've been busy beta testing this week. I've been beta testing Jigar Bob's Another Adventure 2, which has been an awesome map. Finished that. I'm currently uploading my last video for Jig. This is the theatre. Let's have a look at the theatre. Oh yes, this has the flashing daylight. Marvellous. Of course, that was taken out on the last version of it because of the amount of lag that caused with everything else. Yeah, so beta testing for Jig, that's been taking quite some time because it's a very good map. I'm not going to say anything about it apart from it's a very good map. Really enjoyed it. Jake hasn't minded me swearing so much because it's just been for him, so I don't have to try and behave myself, which has been very good fun. So look out for that when Jake releases that. Oh yes, look at him when it renders him. That's from my drop from the library, which I was creating that midway through Chronotide development. Very good. Oh yes, and the giant tree. We did try a tree at one time, where instead of a crystal we're going to have that, but the lighting issues were terrible. They leave, look at this dark patch here. Proximity detectors, more houses. Yes, I built them in strips. What I would do, in the test realm here, I would build a wall. And then place them together a bit like a model kit. So you could see that I could get the architecture a little bit right before building everything up. Oh god, it's doing pretty well. This clock is keeping wondrous time. I am quite liking the looks of this. Looks like he's still working, which is good. I'll sit here for... This is the original version of the clock. This one's on the floor. Yes. Not very pleasant, and then I had to squeeze all of that inside there. That's why Big Ben, as it's been commonly known, is so blooming big. Future then, right, where does this lead me? I've been beta testing Jigarbov's new map. I've also done a couple of voice acting bits this week, which has been blooming wonderful. Not had time, unfortunately, to record any more of the Lost CTM this week. We've been so blooming busy, it's unreal, and I'm trying to fit everything in. So apologise there, Ron, apologise to everybody else, but that will be starting again soonish now that we've got time on the calendar as it was. Map making, right, okay. Map making. I'm currently helping out on a secret project. I'm not going to say what it is, I'm not going to say who it is, but it's good. I'm enjoying that. It doesn't take up too much of my time, thankfully. It's because I'm only pitching in every so often, so I'm quite liking that. I don't have like, oh my god, it's a time scale, and oh dear god, how does this redstone going? I'm just building, which is quite pleasant just to be sat there building buildings. Very nice, very therapeutic. For my own personal future, Thadwin has asked me or proposed that myself and him make a CTM with him. Don't know if I'll take up that proposal. Don't know if I have the time, to tell you the truth, because I know what it's like trying to fit deadlines in, but if we make a damn scary CTM, that would be good. I'm penning up a new adventure map. I may as well stick with the horror. It seems that I've kind of like pigeonholed myself into that department. I'm not going to say... Do I say anything else? Command blocks, yes. Beacons, yes. It's going to use that. I'm a big fan of Silent Hill. So I'm going to go for horror. I'm not going to go for scares like I have in Chronotide. I'm going to go for horror. So this time, this one's going to be a little weird, a little creepier. Thanks ever so much for everybody listening and listening to me guess one. I do appreciate it. I appreciate all the feedback I've been getting on Chronotide, on the maps, etc. It's wonderful. Keep it coming, folks. Thanks for being a great community. Thank you. This is Vladimir. Goodbye. What should I say? Until next time. Tune in. Same Vlad time. Same Vlad channel.